Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Madden Gaming and I'm back with another reaction video. Today we got 10 big early rumors and leaks for Madden 24. Oh boy, more Madden news. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a good year for Madden, in my opinion. I think this one's gonna be good. But before we hop into this reaction, I need you guys to like this video right now, subscribe to your boy if you want more videos just like this one. Oh, also before I jump into it, I will hold my comments and stuff to the end of the video, so I'm gonna let you know we're gonna watch it together without me talking. So let's get into it.
But it's finally looking like it's happening this year. Picture this, you play Madden on PlayStation, but some of your friends play Madden on Xbox. For years, there was no way to play against those friends, as you could only play against other PlayStation players. Well, over the years, more and more games have added a feature known as Crossplay, which allows you to play against other users on different consoles. This feature was supposedly planned for last year, but wound up getting cut late into the development. Crossplay was finally implemented into EA's FIFA series this past year as well, meaning it's very likely that the Madden series will be getting it this year, which follows the long-time trend of Madden getting big features the year after they debut in FIFA. For the second big rumor, this one is actually going to be more of a fact. Many are wondering what the state of Madden 24 will be like on last gen, and how it will compare to current gen. Will last gen be finally getting some of the features that have only been exclusive to current gen over the last 2 years? Will last gen be just a roster update, or will it be phased out completely? Following the trend of the last couple of years, Madden 24 will indeed be delivering two completely different games. And judging by history, this will be the final Madden on last gen period, as everything will completely move over to the PS5 and to the Xbox Series X/S for Madden 25. But for Madden 24, last gen will receive some minor updates and will be very similar to the previous year's game, while current gen will see most of the noteworthy changes. This will also be the trend for a lot of other yearly games as well, so it might be a good time to consider upgrading if you haven't already. The third rumor on this list comes from a pretty big leak that happened just a couple of weeks ago. The same leak where it was revealed by someone inside of EA Sports that Madden 24 is being looked at as a make or break game for the franchise. We've heard from EA themselves that they are planning to give franchise mode users a discount for Madden 24 due to the ongoing issues that happened in Madden 23. But the leaked report said that's just the beginning. One of the big noteworthy leaks is that EA will be focusing heavily on the single player and offline experience, which is not something we've seen too much from Madden games in the last decade. This could mean many different features for a variety of different game modes, and maybe even a new offline mode in general. But the rumor is that they're more so focused on making the current core modes better before creating anything new. They know in order for Madden 24 to be a success, they have to finally make things right with the offline players, and that's what they're attempting to do. Speaking of offline players, the next rumor is centered around them as well. The offline experience for Madden has fallen by the wayside over the years, with some of the offline modes just recently starting to get some love once again. But even with that said, there's also been a handful of issues, particularly with franchise mode. Franchise mode for Madden still needs a handful of important features, and also needs a decent amount of back-end work to ensure that the bugs and server issues don't continue to be a problem. Franchise mode improvements have been happening for the last couple of Maddens, and this year will be no different. It's not going to be another year like Madden 21 where nothing happens. Franchise is getting some big changes this year, along with EA confirming that they have addressed the root causes for the franchise mode bugs. We don't know about exact changes just yet, other than one thing that we'll talk about a little bit later in the video, but we do know that franchise mode is a big area of focus for this year's game. EA said we'll know more about their plans in the coming months. And speaking on the coming months, if you don't want to miss out on any of this important news when EA releases it, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on so that you're up to date the second that this information drops. Sticking with franchise mode, there's also a big community of online franchise mode players, people who get together in leagues with their friends to build teams and battle it out on the gridiron. Online franchises have become a lot more popular over the years, and it's become a preferred way to play for many gamers. Now, anything that franchise mode gets as a whole goal will also be available for online franchise users as well. But one big thing that EA has already confirmed is that they're working on a new set of commissioner tools that would allow the commissioners to customize their leagues, setting them up in unique ways for their own and others' enjoyment. One big area that Madden is lacking in is customization. So if this feature set can finally allow for users to create their own sandbox within franchise mode, that would be a long-awaited victory for us Madden gamers. This could also mean the long-awaited return of Create a Team or something similar. If you're going to give users the ability to create their own sandbox within franchise mode, you have to start with custom teams, logos, and just different realignments of leagues in general. We don't know for sure if Create a Team or something similar is going to be in the game, but if EA's goal is to make franchise mode more customizable, that would be a very good place to start. EA said they plan to reveal more details on this particular feature set in the next few months. Now, if you aren't convinced yet that EA is focusing on not only the offline experience, but franchise mode in general, this next rumor is right in line with all of that. Going back to the leaked article from a couple of weeks ago, there was another bit of information that was revealed that will certainly be music to the ears of franchise mode players. In the leaked article, sources said that better contract management was one of the biggest priorities for franchise mode going forward. Currently, Madden's franchise mode doesn't offer many ways to structure or manage contracts, which takes the realism out of things in a big way. While franchise mode needs quite a few big features to bring it up to speed, this is definitely one of the more important ones, so it's good to hear that this is a rumored focus area for EA. When Madden 23 news was first going around, EA themselves even said back then that better contract management was something they were working on for future Maddens. So this leak lines up perfectly with what they already said publicly not that long ago. While we're on the topic of offline, let's keep it there but switch gears just a little bit. There's another area of offline Madden that is lacking in an even bigger way than franchise mode. You may be asking, what could possibly be worse than franchise mode? Well, that would be career mode. Face of the franchise just hasn't quite fully delivered since being introduced in Madden 20, and we've actually seen this mode stripped back more and more over the last 2 years. There's an ongoing rumor that the old school superstar mode will eventually be making its return, which will allow you to control any position instead of just a few pre-selected ones. And with Face of the franchise being stripped back each year, it does make sense that this is where they're eventually going. A new NCAA football game is also being developed once again by EA, which means there will need to be a way to seamlessly transition from college career over to NFL career like the old days, which further cements that superstar mode should be nearing its return. The next rumor is something that is more of a fact in the sense that this is an area that has gotten attention more over the last few years, but all things point to that continuing in Madden 24 and maybe even getting significantly better. We've already talked about customization being an area that Madden lacks, but developers from EA have been on record saying that this is an area that they plan on doing a lot with in the coming years. They recently hired a new art director before Madden 23, and his vision is to bring more customization and equipment to future Maddens. They've talked about things such as custom cleats, custom gloves, custom tattoos, and more. Developers themselves have done interviews and spoke on this just a year ago. We know that this is something that is coming, and we also know things like equipment have been getting added more and more each year, so look for Madden 24 to continue this trend and maybe even up it in a bigger way by adding more customization along with it. We've talked about features, we've talked about last gen versus current gen, but now it's time to talk about maybe the biggest elephant in the room. PC guys, come here, give me a hug. I know it's been rough the last couple of years, with PC version being last gen and not current gen. And truthfully, nobody really knows why this decision has been made, but the same thing has happened to a number of other games, especially sports titles such as NBA 2K as well. It doesn't make sense, but it's been the reality. The big question is, will Madden 24 finally be bringing PC over to current gen? While not confirmed, the rumor is yes. Remember, a rumor is just that, a rumor. In the past, some of these rumors have been true, while other times things have gotten pushed back or cut completely. But with FIFA putting their PC version on current gen, it further makes sense that Madden will follow suit this year, just as they have done many times in the past. The last rumor is also not really much of a rumor, it's just a fact because EA has already revealed it, but yes, there will indeed be a beta version of the game to try out early early this year. It will be coming anywhere from June to July, and this year it'll be slightly different than in years past, because if you were a franchise mode player who was affected by the corrupted league bugs, you'll actually be guaranteed access to the beta via the email that is tied to your official EA account, so be on the lookout for that in a few months. And remember how I said the game was make or break for EA? Well, you can check out this video right here to
Probably the one that I'm most excited about is crossplay. That will be epic. Can you imagine that crossplay in Madden? Oh my goodness. And then he talked about development on Face of the Franchise. If you're new to my channel, that's why I started off with Face of the Franchise and Franchise. I was grinding that hard. Like every single day I was posting a video about one of those. But that's gonna do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Love every single one of you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.